Hello, welcome back to another Friday and another edition of our Heartland Journal's 3 and 3, last one for July, where I run down the 3 stories of the week the mainstream media either forgot to tell you or ignored. An IRS employee leaked thousands of our confidential tax records. Non-citizens receiving ballots and Zoran Mamdani pledged to arrest Bibi Netanyahu are today's top story headlines you won't find elsewhere. Number 1, the IRS expects employees to understand and apply taxpayer rights throughout every encounter with taxpayers. IRS Publication 1, Your Rights as a Taxpayer, includes a full list of taxpayers' rights. IRS.gov says, if tax preparers knowingly or recklessly disclose or use your tax information for any reason other than for tax return preparation, they may face criminal fines and prison. Internal Revenue Service Chief Executive Officer Frank Bisignano denied allegations that he secretly surveilled fellow executives while serving as co-chief operating officer at JP Morgan Chase, calling the claims completely false. The allegations stem from a Wall Street Journal report that claimed Bisignano used his authority over JP Morgan's security department more than a decade ago to monitor colleagues' internal communications and obtain sensitive information without a legitimate business purpose, according to the Journal. One of the executives allegedly targeted was Charlie Scharf, who now serves as chief executive officer of Wells Fargo and Company. None of it's true ever in my whole career, Bisignano said. Charlie called me last night. We had a good laugh about it, he said, adding that Scharf and former JP Morgan executive Mike Cavanaugh remain great friends. That is nice. Well, isn't that just nice? A U.S. judge voided a settlement between Donald Trump and the Internal Revenue Service, giving the president and his allies sweeping protections from audits, ruling that his lawsuit over leaked tax returns had been filed for an improper purpose. Trump, his 2 eldest sons, and the Trump Organization sued the IRS for $10 billion over the disclosure of confidential records by a former agency contractor to news organizations. A spokesman for Trump's private legal team said the president would continue to hold those who wrong America and Americans accountable, according to CNN. Oh, those guys. Maybe that spokesperson is an imaginary friend. Meanwhile, down the hallway and to the left, a Tennessee man's account involving the IRS is going viral after he says the agency accidentally sent him a $20,000 refund, and after he says he spent years trying to return it, he's faced interest charges because of the error. Wilson Perry Kirby, 76, says he was accidentally sent $20,000 by the IRS in 2022. Kirby says his wife, Norma Jean, who died in August 2024, had been helping him navigate the situation because she knew how to text and use a computer. Country music star John Rich caught wind of Kirby's plight and declared on X, "Nobody is taking Mr. Kirby's farm. This is about to get handled." Get them, John. Number 2 story, non-citizens receiving ballots just in time for primaries nationwide. A rigorous, ongoing effort to track claims of non-citizen registration or voting in recent years is going on. Welfare offices and other agencies in 49 U.S. states are providing voter registration forms to migrants without requiring proof of citizenship, Republicans are saying. Non-citizens are still barred from voting in federal and state elections in all of these places, and there are systems in place to ensure they do not receive ballots for those other races. There's no evidence for the claim, which echoes a racist conspiracy theory known as the Great Replacement. In fact, allegations about voter fraud and non-citizens have been floating around American politics for more than a century, said NPR in November 2024. Oh really, Jude Joffe Block, whose article is still up at npr.org. It has now been revealed that 6,600 non-citizens were mistakenly registered to vote due to a software error, but fewer than 400 actually voted, ABC said. That thing that never happens happened at least 400 times, they admit. Let me be clear, this entire situation is unacceptable, Governor, Mickey Sherrill said, calling it a serious software error. But hold on, folks. The biometrics and cryptography company that New Jersey officials said was responsible for erroneously adding thousands of non-citizens to voter rolls denied any mishandling, stating that the responsibility of voter registration lies with the state. Idemia, a French company that operates globally, said New Jersey was ultimately responsible for validating and adjudicating voter registrations. Wait, what? A foreign company? Yes. Idemia's role is to transmit information through the motor vehicle system, the statement said, adding that voter registration data is transmitted to the State Division of Elections, which ultimately holds responsibility for verification. Information submitted by Idemia must still be validated and adjudicated by the Division of Elections. I hope it wasn't in French and needed Google Translate. Last story, number 3. Zohran Mamdani expanded on his vow to arrest Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying it would show that New York stands up for international law. Mamdani challenged the United States to execute an international arrest warrant against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, which New York itself cannot do. Anti-Semite communist Zohran Mamdani pledged to arrest Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu if he came to NYC. The United States is not part of the International Criminal Court, ICC, and their anti-Semitic states, said Chairwoman Stefanik, also from New York. Mamdani now says he does not have the authority to do so, in a video posted on social media. In a pivot, the mayor announced the city is investing $43 million to hire 69 additional staff members to the Bureau of Coastal Resilience. The team will be responsible for maintaining and operating 100 floodgates along South Street on the Lower East Side, once construction is complete. The $1.4 billion East Side Coastal Resiliency, ESCR project, is one of the 15 infrastructure projects the Bureau is overseeing since Superstorm Sandy. Sandy was 13 years ago, folks. Government delay at its finest. Efforts to raise part of the South Street waterfront to 11 feet above sea level are also underway. The ESCR project is expected to be complete summer 2027, a year too late. New York City is recovering from extensive flooding after Thursday's storm soaked the city with record rainfall. Central Park saw its highest rainfall total in more than 100 years, with heavy rain and thunderstorms, leaving stranded drivers forced to seek refuge atop their cars amid violent flash flooding. This following days of smoky skies and soaring temperatures, the Big Apple and surrounding areas were pummeled Saturday with heavy thunderstorms, downpours triggering flash flooding and widespread disruption. So much for tourist season, maybe Christmas. That's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out our election specials. California and Ohio are out now. Find them anywhere you get your podcasts and video. Or please subscribe at heartlandjournal.com and our Substack and never miss an episode. You'll be glad that you did. Mainstream won't tell you the real news, but I will. And it's free. Thanks for doing it. Oh, and new month means new 7 from 7. So be sure to look out for the 7 good news stories from across the 7 continents. See you next week for another Heartland Journals 3 in 3. Glory to God.